Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com. Let's talk about stress-free memory keeping in 2024. I recently shared a video of my memory planner from 2023, and I shared in that video how I was feeling a bit burnt out, a bit overwhelmed by weekly memory keeping, and I wanted to change things up in 2024. I do have a new system that I'm wanting to try, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So if you want to hear more about how I plan to take the stress out of my memory keeping in 2024, stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk about what my issues were with the weekly memory planning. I did weekly memory planning for 2.5 years, loved it, was really into it, but what was happening was I was starting to get overwhelmed. I'm someone that likes to stay up to date on my memory keeping. I like to do something that's current or pretty current in general, and when I start falling behind, then I start feeling a lot of pressure. And with a memory planner, of course, you have weeks that are already dated. So it's already ready for you to start putting things in, and it starts to feel just overwhelming to get it all done. I loved it. I'm not saying I'm never going to go back to memory planning because I really did enjoy it, but I'm going to try to take some of the stress out of memory keeping in this year, in this season of life that is crazy busy. There are tons of memories being made, and I want to make sure to be able to document some of the really special ones. So let's talk about how I plan to do that this year. First of all, in my planner, this is my catch-all planner for 2024. I love it. I'm enjoying it so much. I have my planner in different sections. In my weekly section, the layout I'm using is a dashboard layout in an insert that I designed. And one of the reasons I love this particular insert is that it has pages at the front that are dot grid. You can see this one is set up with some goals. And then this page at the back of each month, that will be a dot grid page. I am really excited to use this page as a highlights page. I am hoping to document a couple of photos, journal about the highlights of the month. If I need a little bit more room for highlights, I'm going to soon have a dot grid page that matches this on the reverse so that I can add that in, which would be super exciting. I'm very pumped about that. So I want to add that in right there, and then I can have just a highlights, just a few of my favorite pictures from the month, a few of the favorite stories. It can be something that I do at the end of the month in preparation for the next month. I think it's going to take a lot of the pressure off, not thinking that I have to do weekly updates on memory keeping, but more of a monthly highlight, a monthly overview, and I'm super excited about giving that a try. So the dot grid, having more flexibility in this layout, you can see this is the dashboard layout that I'm using this year, and I think it's just going to give me a little bit more flexibility because it doesn't immediately go into another month. There's some pages here that you can use for different purposes. In the back of each month, I'm planning on using for highlights. So that's step one, the memory highlighting, kind of notating the stories, and then I'll have that in my planner, which I'm excited about. Then that's that. Then I have this system. This is from 49 and Market, which is a company that I love. This is kind of a like traveler's notebook system, but it's a little bit bigger, more the A5 size. And you can get these beautiful covers. This is elastic that would go around the cover this way, depending on how you use it. I picked the black cover because I really liked the writing on the inside. And then you pick up notebooks. I picked up this one right here, and that one came in a pack, 2 of those. And then I also picked up a set of the white notebooks. Let me just show you. They're just plain on the inside. Love these. So here's my thought. This is thicker paper. This is like a cardstock paper, so I think it's going to hold up well to mixed media. I am actually considering doing a combination of memory keeping with some mixed media, some art journaling pages, almost just like a journal for the year that combines it all. So sometimes there will be photos in it. Sometimes there will just be art journaling. Sometimes there will be journaling. Sometimes there will be collage, just kind of a collection for the year. As I feel led. So for instance, today, what I'm going to do is get this set up. And then I have this picture. This is my family on New Year's Eve toasting with ginger ale and champagne. And so I have this picture that I want to document in this book to get it started. And we'll kind of see how this works. I love that these pages are thicker than planner pages. I think they're going to hold up nicely. I love the size. It doesn't feel overwhelming like a 12 by 12 scrapbook page. I think it's going to be a nice system to try. What you do is you take these books and then you just pop them in like so into the elastics, and then they stay there. So I can go ahead and put all my books in here like this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let's move this one over. We're going to put this one here, this one here. I think it'll be fun to kind of have, it won't be just the surface memory keeping. So there will be journaling going in. There'll be just fun pages. It'll be a mixture, which I think will be different for me, a different approach. And I think taking a different approach will feel a little bit fresher. Oh, you know what I want to do? I'm mixing these all up. Okay, here's what I should do is I have 3 white ones and 2 black ones. So shouldn't they go every other one like this? I have 5 total plus this envelope. Okay, this is the order that I want them to go in. So we're going to put the envelope here at the beginning. I'll show you what I'm going to do with the envelope in a moment. Then we'll put in our first insert and we'll just see how it all fits. We'll kind of see how it goes as we're adding through the month. Just go down the middle. Second insert. We'll go next. If I can grab that elastic. This one will go in next right here. We'll add another one. I'm thinking this will be enough for the year. We'll kind of see how it all fits in. It's going to be pretty full if I get all of these in here. And you don't have to keep all of these in here at one time. I just want to show you how it's going to look. So that would be the journal all together. And then you have an elastic. I'd love to spruce up my elastic a little bit. So we might do that at some point just to hold it all together like that. What I'm thinking is that I can put the year on the front. And then what I want to do here is do some labels. So this one will be for photos that I need to scrap, photos that I want to include. And then this side will be for probably collage, little mementos, things like that. Sometimes I keep napkins or receipts or things like that. So I can just tuck those into the folder and they're ready to go. And then of course I have this book too. So I can tuck things into here that I think will work out super well. All right. So I'm going to use the 49 and Market book. They have some different editions. I will link this 49 and Market system. It's their memory journal system. I will link it down below. It's from scrapbook.com, and I'm super excited to give it a try this year. So let's get set up. You'll see me work on monthly highlight pages in my planner later on, but today I want to kind of do my first entry with this picture and getting started for 2024. Let's go. The collection that I am starting out using is the Discover and Create collection from Vicki Boutin. I picked this up over Black Friday sales at scrapbook.com. I love Vicki Boutin. I could use her stuff for all of the things. I love the feel. I love the art journaling kind of feel. And because I want these journals to be a mix of art journaling and memory keeping and just all the things, I think it's going to be a fun collection to use. As I was working with this kit for what you're going to watch here, I was kind of thinking, I wonder if I should do a notebook, like each one of these little pamphlets in a collection, like the notebook be the whole collection. Let me know what you think. Would that be weird? Should I change it up? Should I stick with the whole collection in one little notebook? Let me know what you think down below. I decided to go ahead and start off decorating the front of the notebook. I have two different paints here. I have the Dina Wakley paints, or sorry, sprays, and then I have some Dilution shimmer spray. I'm using purple and gold. We're going to do some splatter. I wanted to see how this book would hold up to a little mixed media. It held up beautifully, so I cannot wait to use some more paint. We'll see how some more water goes, but I'm just splattering on the top of each of these covers, the front and back cover. Then I'm going to take it to the side, let it dry, use my heat tool, dry it out. And that way it gives me a little bit of mixed media on the front. Once it is completely dry, I'll bring it back in. This is a paper from the Discover and Create collection. It is a beautiful striped paper that has this kind of rainbow feel. I thought that was a perfect way to start off my first cover. I cut some of the stripes in a horizontal way, and now I'm going to attach it to the bottom of this page. So I'm going to just bring it, wrap it around the edge. I put plenty of adhesive. When you create projects in planners, in journals, things that are not going to be behind page protectors, you're going to want to be very generous with your adhesive. You don't want things to fall off, and over time, if you are a little bit too sparing or you don't use really good quality adhesive, you're going to have some issues of things falling off. So I cover these in plenty of Tombow permanent adhesive. That's my favorite kind. And then these are the butterflies that I fussy cut out of one of the pages from the collection. So I wanted some butterflies on my page because they're my favorite. And then this is the stickers with the collection. And I love this one that says a story worth telling, which I think is going to be perfect as kind of the title for this new year. I originally had thought I wanted to use this piece with the feathers on it, but then I went ahead and put the butterflies down. It's okay. That piece will find another place. You'll see it in a minute. A story worth telling. Absolutely perfect. I will add the date 2024. I don't know if it will be like a spring, summer, fall kind of thing, if I'm going to do different collections. We'll see how each of the pamphlets or each of the notebooks ends up working out, how often. I super enjoyed working on this. It was something different. It was different than my typical memory planning, and it felt really good to have a page with no lines to work with, to be able to size up the picture, to not worry about having to document a ton of pictures, just one to tell the story. I'm getting really excited. I can't wait. I already can't wait to add more to this, and I don't even have any pictures yet because this is still early in the year. All right, I'm just adding a few little details with stickers whenever you're working on journaling pages, memory keeping, whatever it may be. Look for opportunities to add small details. Yes, get the main features on the page, get a background, get the photos, get the journaling, but then look for opportunities to add just those extra little touches so that it just brings your eye in, and I think it just makes it a little special. Front cover of the notebook is done. Now let's work on the first spread. I am going to go ahead and do the first page. Sometimes I have issues when you open up a notebook, that first page that's right behind the cover. Sometimes I have issues starting that page, but I thought I'm just going to like bust in and do it right away. We'll see how this holds up to the bulk. Obviously, I am adding scrapbook paper and ephemera and photos. We'll see how it holds up. I love that these notebooks from 49 and Market, they are sewn all the way through with a nice quality thread. Oops, you can see me adding, I found these butterflies that I had cut out. I wanted to add them to the back cover. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, back to the notebook. It is sewn through the spine with a really nice quality thread. So I do think it's going to hold up. When you have traveler's notebooks that are stapled, to me, those are the ones that end up kind of falling apart when you add bulk in. I'll let you know, I'll keep you updated on how this one goes, on how it kind of holds up to the different bulk. I took the rest of that paper that I had cut for the cover, and we're going to use it here on the inside. I trimmed off a couple more of these strips because I wanted to stick with some blues right here. I'm doing the top and the bottom. Let's just cut off the extra excess. For real, as I was working with this, I'm loving the quality of this cardstock paper. It is fabulous. It just feels like it's going to hold up really nicely. here is some of the journaling ephemera that I picked up. There is more to this Discover and Create collection than what I have here, but I just had picked up a few of the pieces. There's our picture of our Happy New Year, and I thought happiest was perfect. And I just want to add a few of the ephemera pieces. I want to be able to tell the story of how I was feeling on the new year, what I'm looking forward to in the coming year, or I guess in the year we're in already. I'm still can't believe it's 2024. That is crazy. Time is just flying. It really, really is. So I'm going through this little stack of ephemera I like a lot. I am certainly not a minimalist when it comes to decorating. I'm a maximalist. I like to use my things. I have a ton of supplies, so why not really utilize them, put all the things on the page? But you can see I'm leaving a chunk of room over on the right side. That white section, that white block is going to be where I end up adding journaling. So I'm just playing with the clustering, where I can put things, placing things on the page. Once I start to really figure out where I want things to go, it starts to get easier if I just start putting things down. You can see I'm going through, I like the number 1 because that seems perfect for January. So we're gonna like put that over in the corner. Once I figure out, hey, this is where things are gonna go, this is where I want it, starting to actually put things on the page is a really important step. You'll see some of the placements change as I start going, but let's get the photo down. That's really important. Let's get that down on the page. I loved this vellum. It was the first piece I picked out. Let's get that down on the page. Once it's on the page, it makes decision making easier because you just can't change your mind. You've got to figure out where things are going to go. You've made a decision and you work around that decision. I told you that feather sticker was going to find its way in. I just think it's so fun. I love the color scheme of the set too from Vicki Boutin. It feels a little bit unexpected. I love a good rainbow. I love bright colors. This is slightly more muted. To me, it goes well. I have 2 little boys. I also have a girl, but it's nice to have some more masculine-esque colors. I hate to say that it's masculine or feminine, but it's not all pinks and purples, which is definitely what I would gravitate towards naturally. Mixing it up is pretty nice. And as soon as I started working with this collection, that's when I started to think maybe I should do one whole journal in this collection. Maybe I should jump around. We're going to kind of just feel it out. Stress-free memory keeping in 2024 is going to be all about making it up as we go, not having rules, not having time limits, not saying we have to do things at a certain time. It's going to be about having fun and just seeing how it feels to put this journal together. Maybe I do have a memory keeping pamphlet, an art journaling, book, a journaling book. Maybe I change it up. We're going to kind of just see how I feel and go with the flow. And I think when we start removing those expectations for ourselves, that's when we really start enjoying the project and just getting into our own creativity. You can see that I added some lines with my T-square ruler, and now I'm just going to add the journaling, and that's going to wrap it up for kicking off memory keeping in 2024. Let me know, what are your plans for memory keeping in 2024? What do you think of my plan of kind of keeping it loose and changing things up? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. I will link all of the supplies that I used in the description box below, so be sure to check that out if you want to check out this collection from Vicki Boutin or the 49 in Market collection as well. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you all so much for your support. We're having a fabulous time and a fun community over on Patreon. So if you'd like to join us, check out the link in the description box below. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.